Hello. I have some new information for you and a couple of dates. It's a shorter message, it's just one page today instead of two. Also, I am going through another awakening. You go through multiple iterations of spiritual awakenings. And for me in particular, when I'm going through an awakening, it's going to be a little bit different for everybody, but just for me, I can tell because my whole body is sore. Even my hands, I haven't worked out. Whole body is sore. I'm requiring like 10 hours of sleep a night when I usually require about 6 to 7. It's unbelievable. I'm exhausted. It's just part of the awakening journey. And because I'm so exhausted, it takes a little longer to get in meditation. I have to go a little bit deeper. And when I go deeper, I go to the super woo. And so the messages are typically a little more cryptic. They're not fully cryptic, but they're not usually as straightforward. So that's why this channel message sounds just a little bit different, because I'm going through my own awakening right now. So bear with me. Okay, here we go. It's the spirit guide energy. It'll always be spirit guides that I channel my spirit guides unless I tell you otherwise. The tides of energy continue to rise, so the tower may fall. Oh, this is about, hello, could tell you the topic. Could tell I'm tired. This is about what's going on. I just said to my guides, what's going on right now energetically in the world. I heard something very cryptic about Serbia. I know not a thing about Serbia as a human being. Like, really, I know the most basic data about it. That's it. It's kind of embarrassing how little I know about Serbia. But I heard this was one of those cryptic things that was so cryptic I couldn't tell if it was tied together. So I'm sharing it just for fun. I'm not saying this is going to take place. This is the one where it's like, I'm not sure, so I didn't write it down. I only wrote down the things I was for sure about. I heard Serbia will fall when the fourth moon rises, and that would be the fourth full moon of 2025. But again, I don't know if that means the government collapses. I don't know if that means an energy about it. I don't know if that means information comes out, because the messages are so cryptic. So don't jump to conclusions. Just put that in your little back pocket, right? And we'll all find out together. But everything I write down here is for certain, for sure. And I can like write really fast because it's all coming through clearly. So anyway, never fear. If you are in Serbia and it's happening, it's for positive changes, positive reasons is what it felt like, even though it can seem scary, because change can always seem scary if we put a definition, if we put a meaning to it. So observe everything in a neutral state and nothing will seem scary. Okay, reading it again. The tides of energy continue to rise, so the tower may fall. The tower meaning the tower of the world, this like tower moment that the world is in. And then this message is very United States government centric. Okay. The full cycle allows a full end, for only then can a beginning begin. That sounds very Dr. Seussy. That's so funny. And then I asked, okay, well, can you show me any dates? Are there any dates? Because we haven't gotten any for a while. And this is what they told me. And this is all about behind the scenes United States government stuff, okay? 1/11, a report is due, and it's all the data that's been accrued to this point, okay? That's when the report is due with all the things that they've been gathering behind the scenes. I don't know what that means because I'm not behind the scenes. I'm just sharing with you the knowledge that I gleaned from the ether, okay, that we all have access to. 1/12, distribution of that report behind the scenes, just to the people who have to know, just the have to knows, distributed behind the scenes. 1/14, a leak of that information. A leak creates fear in those confidently living a ruse. And it really did feel like, there could be more to it because it's cryptic, but it really did feel like someone somehow gets a glance at some of this information, not the whole report, not the whole thing. It's just like a small amount of this information, and they take it back because they're really part of the living the ruse crew, right? The, not completely honest election vote counting things. And so that right there, a small snippet of it gets sent out into that group. So it creates fear in those confidently living a ruse. However, that action inadvertently brings more people to the surface. And I saw like things bubbling up. I literally saw people, almost like you're bubbling up like thick mud, right? More people bubbling up to the surface that were involved, providing more information to things than we had before. And it helps with a more complete clearing of the energy, whatever that means. Okay. There will be a pause in celebrations in the final hours. Now, guys, I'm telling you exactly what I heard, and I will tell you some of what I saw, but there's still a lot of room of interpretation for this. So you can't get married to the details, because that's when you get disappointed, right? So when I saw celebrations in the final hours, I did see this big, the DT person. I saw that person celebrating with all of the head people that we normally see, and a lot of other like faces that were blurred that it felt like unimportant kind of characters to this particular thing that I was looking at. That's usually what blurred faces mean for me. And then they were all celebrating, and then something happens, and it's like music kind of stops, but it didn't feel like literally, it felt energetically music stops, like the vibe in the room just kind of goes down when they're celebrating. And my human brain does know that I believe it's 119, there's a big celebration like right before the inauguration. That's what my brain saw, but I'm not 100% confident that that's exactly when it was happening, because again, these are more cryptic. But the actual message is there will be a pause in celebrations in the final hours. Those celebrating a false victory will be charged against their own desires. A rat will be sniffed out and go into hiding. Just take this all with a grain of salt, okay? Because it's super cryptic, and when they're cryptic, it usually means more than one thing, okay? Do not fear this energy transition. It will appear as though nothing is happening until the 11th hour, because the change is currently behind the scenes. So this is all about appearances, okay? Enjoy the play to what degree you are able. Use this time now to heal the fear within you, so the big stage reveal is not just a relief, but instead an alignment of your own intuition. Well, pretty good advice. As the tides continue to rise, so do the waves carrying the chaos. And then I saw this is going to be such a chaotic few weeks. And again, not 2 weeks, few weeks. It's going to be so much chaos. That's on purpose. Do not get sucked into the chaos. It's not your chaos. It's the chaos of the energy that's got to come out. All this stuff that's been happening behind the scenes that we don't realize. We're all starting to realize as a collective. So a bunch of people knew about these individual things, but now we're all finding out together all the individual things that different groups of people knew. We're all finding out together. This is like the veil of deceit lifting, right? That's part of that. All of us finding out together. All right. As the tides continue to rise, so do the waves carrying the chaos. This is by design, for all must come to the surface for a new foundation unencumbered by debris of the past. No residue can remain to anchor into the energy of the divine. A tsunami is not created in an instant, but instead from the collective energy of many, many waves. Peacefully notice the patterns. They will lead you to the truth and understanding. But first you must heal the fear, for it covers the truth with a film so dark you cannot see anything else. Follow your intuition rather than voices of others. That includes me also, you guys. That includes literally everybody. Follow your own intuition. You are allowed to enjoy this great play rather than to fear it. It is up to you to choose. You just have to choose. That's it. So, cryptic messages usually mean it has multiple meanings, okay? So it's very fun, very exciting. Let's not get married to the details. And like in hindsight, we can go, oh my God, that was a thing. Oh my God, that was a thing. And we can all enjoy it together. Be very, very careful when you are guessing in the comments about what each thing could mean, right? Because we don't want to get married to those ideas, okay? I love you guys so much, and what a fun time for my intuitive hits to get more cryptic and for me to go through another awakening. Everything is so wild. Enjoy the ride, you guys. Let's just enjoy it.